How's it going, everybody? Parents, thank you for logging in, checking your emails, and logging into our Google Classroom. Much appreciated. I know you guys are all busy. You guys are all working, doing your thing. Um, I wanted to share a video with you guys to kind of show some clarity for everything that's going on right now. I know things are crazy, things are getting tough. There's a lot of question marks about what's going on in our schools and with what your kids are doing, in their classrooms on a daily basis. So before I get going, I just want to show you guys a little picture. If you notice this little picture here on the top left, that's myself at a baseball game last season. If you notice this little guy over here, that's my son. That's Sammy. Now, the reason why I posted that is because not only one am I a teacher, but I'm also a parent. So my son is enrolled in an RUSD elementary school. So I too am going through the same thing as you guys, trying to figure out what's going on with his education and learning learning online tools. So it's a constant struggle to learn and keep going. But the one thing that I do know is that, like he says in the bottom, we're all in this together. So we're trying to figure out all this stuff at the same time. So let me kind of go into a little bit about our assignment that we have for the week. As you can see, our district posted our week 3 assignment, and this week's assignment has to talk about the U.S. Census. So why is the census so important? So each one of your students was emailed this link to their RUSD email. So if they just check it out, they can see what the directions are, the assignment. So basically what they got to do is they got to read the materials that are related to the census in the attachment. Now right over here, you'll see that link. That is a direct link to a video that they could watch just by hitting the link. Down here in the bottom, there's a video challenge. They don't got to worry about that. The main thing is going to be right here in this U.S. Census. It's going to give them about a 5-minute video of everything that's important for us as adults to complete our every 10-year census. It kind of goes in detail of voting and our population and stuff like that. So it's very important. It's also interesting if you guys want to check it out with them. But that video is going to be the huge important factor on what we're going to do for our assignment today. All right. So this was emailed to them in the RUSD email. Here's a copy of our state standards that you can find. So education standards guidelines addressed by statistics in schools. I'm not going to go into all this whole entire paragraph, but just know that the census is followed by the California state standards, and talks a little bit about the history of it, history, social science. Yeah, you can just follow up on that also. Here's an introduction to something that we call Flipgrid. Even myself, I'm still getting used to it, so I don't want to say I'm some professional at it. But if you go here on the bottom, you can see the web address. It's info.flipgrid.com. It's free access to all of our students. All they have to do is just log in through their computer, through their RUSD email, and they can have access to it. Now what they're going to do, I'll show you on the next slide. They're going to have to click this link right here on the top, and they're going to enter a code. That code is going to take them directly to their login for the RUSD email, and once they punch in their email, it's going to take them right to the assignment that we're going to do for the U.S. Census. All right, so again, info.flipgrid.com. This is a video link, the YouTube video that I just showed you guys before. So they can cut and paste this, or they can just type it in, but this is also located on the Flipgrid assignment. So again, here is our Flipgrid web address. Now this number down here is very important because that is the number that they're going to type in, like I showed you guys the screen before, when they have to enter our code. All right, so they're going to punch that right in, and it's going to take them directly to our assignment. So here's where it's going to say log in with their Google. They're going to punch that in, their RUSD email, and it's going to take them right to our assignment. Now this is what it's going to look like. They've got to click this button down here, and it's going to take them right to our assignment again. It's pretty easy to find. They can just log right in, and they can follow the video. Here's another slide that there's going to be access to them, U.S. Census. They'll punch in their school email, and then they can check it out again. Now when they log into the Flipgrid, our Flipgrid assignment, this is what it's going to look like on their screen. As you can see, there's a title of our assignment. Here is their main topic of what they're going to do as they record their own video. So the topic is pretty simple. Why is the U.S. Census so important to our state? So again, after they watch the video, they'll be able to answer the question here on our own Flipgrid. When they're ready to record, they're going to come right here and they're going to press this plus button. Now what Flipgrid is they're going to press that button and it's going to activate their computer screen or their camera, just like I'm showing you guys right now. So they're going to log into this, open up the camera, and they're going to basically just talk as I'm talking to you right now, and it's going to record them as they speak, answering the question in our Flipgrid. So why is the U.S. Census so important? So they're going to open it up, click the plus button, open it up, and be able to answer the question. Now here's a copy of our Flipgrid rubric. Now as you can see, it has some points values here on the bottom. So what we're looking for is just, did they teach the comment, did they use 3 scholarly words, was all the content correct of what they did? If they did a good job on that, they're going to get up to 20 points. A greeting, they have to be able to say hello, introduce themselves, talk to the audience. So once they do that, I'll give them up to 3 points. Again, with volume and tone, if they check all the boxes, they can get up to 4 points. Visual, check all the boxes. Can we see their face in the center of the screen? They'll get up to 3 points. Was it planned out? Did they do a good job of watching the video, knowing what they were going to talk about? And they can get up to 10 points. Down here is where their total is going to be. It's going to be out of 40 points, and then I'll give them a letter grade. As you can see down on the bottom here, that's going to be our scoring rubric as far as what their grade's going to actually be. Now what I did is I kind of just blew this up. So as you can see, in order for them to get an A, they've got to get between a 36 and a 40, 32 and a 35 for a B, 20 and 31 for C's. Now here on the bottom is very important. For them to be considered exemplar, which is amazing, outstanding, they're going to have to get between a 36 and 40 points. I don't think it's going to be that difficult. They're going to be just fine as long as they take their time and they put some effort into it. I think all of our kids are going to be okay. Approaching is 35 to 28 points. So if they miss some things, like they were kind of stirring like I'm doing at times, we'll kind of adjust their scoring to be approaching. Beginning is if they didn't try very hard. They're going to get 27 to 24 points, and also that's something that we're going to have to improve on for the next time we do a Flipgrid. Parents, here are a few things that you can do in order to support your student while they're doing their Flipgrid. You can have your student practice their recording using a video on their smartphone, computer, or tablet. So have them do it a couple of times, 30 seconds, 1 minute worth, and they kind of look at it and analyze to see if it's something they would like or they're going to want to do it when they actually record on their Flipgrid. Another way, when you're looking at the rubric, make sure you give prompts to ensure that all elements are covered. There's kind of a lot of information on that rubric. So just make sure when they're looking at the camera, make sure they're talking clearly, make sure they're not fidgeting, and just make sure that everything's going to be clean as far as when they turn it in. Also pretend you are the teacher, and you can grade your students' Flipgrid according to the rubric. So when the video is done on their phone, take a copy of that rubric, look through it, and you can grade it yourself. See if they would get 3 points for looking at the camera. Make sure all the content area is covered. So you could grade it yourself and then see what you think before they actually turn it in. It could be something fun that you would be able to do together. And lastly, if your child messes up, there's no need to panic. You can always delete the video and record another one on Flipgrid. Even once you turn it in, if there's something that wants to be changed, you can go back in and submit another one. So if you mess up, just delete it, try it again. You'll have multiple opportunities to get it right. All right, but again, make it something fun, make it something you can work together on. And just don't be nervous. If you would like, even record one yourself answering the questions. So that way your kids can kind of see how you do it. You can work together on the assignment. But obviously, when it gets turned in, you're going to want to make sure that it's your son or daughter that is recording the Flipgrid. All right, so those are a couple cool ways you can support your students when they're recording. So that's about it. Again, don't worry. I know it's going to be difficult. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I wanted to make sure I added my information here. As you can see, there's my email address. I do have a Google Meet set up, so anytime you have a question or your kids have a question, they can check it out. They can also join by phone, and I also listed my office hours here. So every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11. They can also make appointments by email. All right, so again, if you have any questions, email email me. But again, don't stress, don't worry, and everything's going to be okay. Thanks.